treating me wrong. He kept treating me really horrible. And I couldn't figure it out because his words did not match his actions. And I was completely floored when the first affair. I could not believe it. And that shell shock, I'm sure, is the very same thing that y'all experienced with when I don't know if you read through the 46 pages of 100% honest facts that I've provided for the order of protection. I didn't lie. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to make that stuff up about my precious husband that I have cried 1,000 tears over. I really don't have a motive to do that other than just to explain why I needed an order of protection and to hopefully start to break through people's understanding of who this person is. And I understand that cannot be done right away because they defy the normal way, ways people can tell that people are lying, ways that people can tell people are being disingenuous. They defy those because they believe in their own lies. They can literally forget the truth. But often they know the truth very, very deeply, but they can't acknowledge it because it's too scary. And so they choose to believe in an alternative scenario. And does this all the time, every day. He just changes things a little bit to fit whatever, because the truth doesn't matter. It's just about outward appearances. So his sense of self is based on how other people see him alone. It does not matter who he is in his heart and mind and his true actions and how he feels about himself. All of that does not matter in terms of his own sense of am I doing good? Do I feel okay? His am I doing good? Do I feel okay? Is based externally on other people see him, and that's why he has a lot of anxiety when the false image is threatened. And you've probably seen this. He plays it off as whatever emotion fits the given situation. So he probably said, I love my family. No, he was anxious because the false self-image was threatened. And that's, to them, it feels like life or death. Because that's the only person that he is that false image. And otherwise, it's a demon. Unfortunately, running the show. So here he is. He flitters about. He's a mirage. He's a dream. And dreams can often be better than reality. Hang on. I'm hoping if this turns out okay and it seems like maybe my dad can receive it, I'll send it to you, Dad. The reason I provided that divorce paperwork because I know how hard it is to just hear one person say this person did this, and they actually are like this, and then you're seeing somebody completely different in front of you that's saying that they love you and they want a relationship with you and they need you. And he acts like a child, so I get it. I'm the one who wrote the letter to the governor of Arkansas trying to get him apart. I'm the one who got it to where he could live at home with us, and I fought, and I made, I don't know how many, I probably made 50 phone calls altogether, getting it to where he could live at home, because I thought, well, maybe that's why he's so angry all the time, and maybe that's why he acts like he hates me, because he's just so frustrated with the fact that he can't live at home, and poor guy, that's why he's accusing me of cheating on him every day, and that's why he doesn't trust me, and I don't know, I just thought maybe things would be better. Things were not better at all. They never got better. I waited for him to make changes, and I waited for improvements, and I even at the end came up with And I can show you. I mean, I could talk to you for months about this. It was a crazy movie. It was like a movie. In the beginning, it was like a movie because he provided this love relationship that was out of my dreams. It was perfect. It was because he could mold it. He could alter it based on, as he got to know me, he could just change it up a bit. Stories about his past, stories about our future, what we're going to do, ways, traits about himself. All of those things could be altered to fit whatever I wanted. And so he became unbelievably perfect for me. And I became completely obsessed with him, addicted to him. And then he took advantage of that. He worked my emotions and sucked my energy off. He would get me riled up. He'd get me fired up. He'd accuse me of something that I didn't do. He'd have like this little speck of truth to it, but it'd be twisted in this complete chaos. And then no matter how many times and how many ways I would try to explain to him that whatever he had declared was not true, he would continue to repeat it. It didn't matter because that was the truth that he decided was the case. For these folks, the truth doesn't actually matter. So why not believe that you're a Christian man and that you're a good-hearted person and that you would never, ever do anything immoral? And then that's not true, but you just go ahead and believe it in the moment as a person with MPD. And so you're shocked when you're confronted with your behaviors that you do when you're not in that state. I don't know. I still don't understand it, but I know that my estranged husband is extremely dangerous and that he could absolutely kill someone. He could absolutely rape somebody. He could absolutely rape a little child. Okay? When you've seen that kind of evil and you see this person get up the next day and sing power in the blood and victory in Jesus, I don't know, the world gets a whole lot colder and darker in that moment because you realize, well, how many other people are there like this who are evil to the core but acting like they're a good-hearted, normal individual, and that's their power. The more people they can get to believe that they're this wonderful Christian individual who would never hurt anyone, and this woman is crazy. She just, man, postpartum depression. She all of a sudden that has turned into the reason why our marriage was destroyed. It was my apparent postpartum depression. You can ask him about it because I have no idea what he's talking about. And if you want to put your heart and soul into a person like that, whose lies conflict with his other lies with each other. So he lied in the police report. He lied in the parole hearing. Well, the lies don't match. There's actually things that he lied about where there's a separate lie for each thing. He lies all the time. There is no integrity. He has no loyalty. And you will not believe it because the man will cry there in front of you over his love for you because that's what it is in the moment. He can believe it in the moment too because everything is just a show for him. It's a play. It's a performance. There's no love. He doesn't care the effects that he has on people because he doesn't care about other people's hearts and feelings. He doesn't have the tools to care. And I could just be quiet and let y'all destroy me thinking that I'm the enemy and I'm evil and that you're doing the right thing. But I don't know. I guess I'm doing this out of love. I guess I'm just telling you the truth. It doesn't matter if you believe me or not because you haven't believed me this far. you will know the truth. Except it won't set you free. It'll shock and horror you. Or lead you into horror. Give you a feeling of horror. And there's a lot of bad things that he's done that I don't have actual hardcore evidence of. But I have a lot of evidence that would prove that he's lying to you. A lot. And I've got a lot of story. I could sit and talk to somebody probably for an entire 2 years. For, maybe a couple of hours a day about this individual. And it would still be interesting. It'd still be like shock, horror, wonder, awe. 2 years. And, sit down for coffee for 2 hours every night. You'd still be interested in what I had to say about this individual. Because there'd be new stuff. There's a lot. I didn't come to the conclusion that he's evil out of nowhere. In fact, I didn't want to believe it. And so I had to have a lot of evidence to convince myself that the person that he presented, this wonderful, wonderful person that I was madly in love with, was a show. It was just a prop. The only sense of self he has is that false self guy. And so when you tell him, look, you're not really a good man. You've done this and that and this and that. Look at this. This is really nasty that you did. Look, you don't care about my feelings in this. Why don't you care about this other? You're not matching what you portray yourself to be. And he'll chalk it up to his childhood, or he's still in the wilderness now. And maybe it's going to be 40 years in the wilderness. And when he's 44, then he might settle down. He told me, well, okay, so I got to wait for 2 more years for you to be a man? Is that what you're saying? Like he's, and I really feel for anyone who interacts with him, because he's so, oh my gosh, like he doesn't care about you at all. He'll suck your energy dry, and he'll act like he's just completely innocent, doesn't know that he's taking advantage of you, and that your efforts are just, I don't know. It's weird. It's all just weird, and I know it's a spiritual thing, and thought I'd let y'all know. Why is my husband accusing me of insane things that I would never, ever do? What does this indicate about how he sees me? If he thinks that I can have sex with someone without protection, not shower, he's worried about this one day, and then have sex with him? He thought I was capable of that, and it was concerning to him because he thought he smelled something when we were getting it on. So, and then when I was horrified at his question as to whether this was true, whether I had slept with someone unprotected and then was going to have sex with my husband, I was horrified. I couldn't believe that he would think I would do something like that. And why would someone accuse me of that if they weren't capable of it themselves, Why would they be worried if they could never, ever imagine doing that to somebody? Why would they ever just out of nowhere assume that someone would do it to them? You know what I'm saying? That worried me. This is just one thing. There's a lot of things like this. Really disturbing things. And it sucks. And I know it'd be easier to point the finger at me and say, well, you're just crazy. He's a good guy and he treated you good. And you're just making this up. And you're just, I don't know what motive I would have to make up such horrible things. It is common for families to blame the victim of horrific abuse because they can't handle it. They can't handle the anger that they would feel if they actually did receive the truth, because they're so passive that they don't know how to handle it. They don't want to handle it, so they just, I chose to believe a lie too. So how am I supposed to judge you?